Hey guys, I said I was going to come on today and share a quick, just a quick lesson in something that's something that I've been being taught all summer long. And so I want to share this with you, and I hope if it's a blessing. If it is, please share with another friend that you know is working hard toward a dream or a vision that they know that God's placed in their heart. And again, you could be working full time at your full time job, but yet you know that you're called to something else. And last night, right here in my backyard, we had about 10 women that met together, and we were talking about moving forward in the things that God called us to do. So for me, I'm blessed at this point in my life that I'm working from home right now on a vision and a dream that God has placed on my heart, and He is opening the doors and the opportunities like crazy. But the verse that He gave me to concentrate on at the very beginning of the summer came from Proverbs 6 verse 8, and it says, "In the summer ants gather and store all their provision, and then it gathers its food at harvest." And so, what I just wanted to share with you is that this little amazing creature called the ant is one of God's greatest teachers. I mean, it's funny because as I was writing in my notebook this morning, making my list and my goals for today, because we had a lot of filming that I had to get done because I have a deadline for churches and I have a deadline for community groups. So I'm trying to get so much done, and it's a lot of work. And God reminds me of this little tiny ant that is so focused in a season of working hard and preparing, because when the winter months come, everything that it's gathered is there and ready to go. And so sometimes we're in a season that we're working really hard. I'm laughing because you can see my dog Bella right over there, and she's got that little it looks like a little inner tube around her neck, but it actually helps her to not get out of all my fence posts right there, because she can squeeze through, and it's not a good thing. She's almost got ran over a few times, so you can see her right there. She's actually comfortable and uses it as her pillow. So hey, anyway, sidebar. But so yes, if we're in a season, we have to work hard and prepare for what's ahead. So if God's laid something on your heart and you are working a full-time job and working toward the visions God prepared, it's going to pay off. You've got to, sometimes a dream comes through much work and busyness and painful effort. And that's in Ecclesiastes 5:3. Much busyness and painful effort. So if you're in that season, I'm encouraging you to hang on. You can do this. You got this. God has a plan for you. But I want to share 5 things that I've kind of jotted down to remind myself of what working hard looks like, what happens when an ant stays focused. And so the first thing is, number 1, an ant is hardworking. They are hardworking. They do not care who likes them and who dislikes them, who likes their post or their status for the day. They're going to do it regardless, because they have a mission. They have a mission, and all of they're thinking about is they're preparing their food for the winter months. They are gathering for what's in the winter, and so they are so focused. And sometimes that's what we need to be. We don't need to be worried about who likes this or who is on board with you, who likes your post, who does not like your post. If God's called you to it, you stay focused and you work hard at that. And sometimes we have to block out people and other people's programs and other people's accomplishments and focus on what God's called you to. Number 2, an ant is goal orientated. I love this. They're goal orientated. They have one thing on their mind, is that they need to eat in the winter. And so when God's given you a vision or a dream or a job that He wants you to go after or something, you're goal orientated. You know what you need to do. And so you need to stay focused. And I love this because an ant does not have a commander. They don't have somebody telling them what they need to do next, how they need to do it. They are self-motivators. They are goal-orientated. So think about that. Are you goal-orientated? Do you need a commander to tell you every one of your steps? If you are in this and you're working hard, then you're goal-orientated without a commander. Love that. Number 2, that they're patient. Ants are patient. Do you know how many times a human steps and smudges their little castles and there's just a disarray there? Do you notice that instantly they reposition themselves? It's like they've got that anthill back up in a minute. And so we need to think about that. There are going to be things that march around us and step on us and try to ruin our dreams or our visions, but you need to reposition yourself. Don't be disturbed or distracted by that. Even if it gets messed up, go ahead and march right back in and reposition. Ants can teach us a lot about being patient in that process. Number 4 is consistent. An ant is consistent. They're working every day doing the same thing. They're gathering and preparing for what's needed in the winter months. Again, that's why I believe in setting goals, because I will admit, if I don't have a goal or list in front of me, I kind of spider web in a lot of different directions. So my list, like today, I knew that I had a film a vlog. I knew that I needed to get a session done for session 2 for the fall studies that many churches are joining. I needed to get some professional videotaping done, which, in order to stay consistent and focused, I told my one daughter who's home to take my phone. I wasn't allowed to have my phone for almost 4 hours, so I could stay focused and consistent. I could stick with the routine and the habit of the day. And so I love that ants just do that naturally. Well, find something that helps you stay consistent. Look at your habits and your routines in the day, because those habits and routines are going to determine how fast you get to your destiny, and how the process of your dream works, and how you're going after your visions. The last one is disciplined. I love that those little teeny creatures that God created, and they're the greatest teachers, are very disciplined. They're faithful. They don't need no accountability to do right. They just know what they need to do. And I think that's important. I love that in our small group, we're all accountable yesterday. We lifted each other in prayer. We talked about our dreams. We talked about our goals. We talked about projects that we have and how we're going to stay focused. And so we have accountability partners, whether it's for a weight loss goal, whether it's for a business that we're working on, a relationship, a marriage that we want restored, a dream that died that we want to see come back to life. These were things that we were accountable. Ants don't need any accountability. They are just disciplined and focused. And there does come a time in our dream that there's painful effort and much busyness that we just need self-discipline. We need to know what we need to do, and we need to go after it. And so this has definitely been my summer verse, because God is saying, Heather, I have a very busy winter for you, and you can't see that. But I need you to prepare. I need you to be ready for when harvest comes. And so if you have a vision or something that's going on in your life, I'm praying that this inspires you. Look at an ant. Look at the idea of being hardworking, goal-orientated, patient, consistent, and disciplined, and incorporate those in your life. Maybe start today with, how do I create a routine or habit? How can I make a difference? And start paying attention to these parts of my life that I can tell you the enemy wants to cause distraction in your life. He does not want any of those areas that I just talked about to just. He just wants to stop all that. If he can stop you from being disciplined, if he can make you impatient when things become disarrayed, if he can keep you off of being goal orientated, he wins. Because many times God places a vision and a dream in our life for all of humanity, because he has a plan for you. He wants to use you specifically today. And so let's become more like an ant. Let's look at that. And so blessings. I hope this was an encouragement to you. If it is, share it with a friend, and I will see you soon. Bye.